I place before you what I consider 10 gems from Fratelli Tutti. Pick up one that touches your heart and remain with it. Pope Francis had in mind a desire that the whole world become one family, brothers and sisters all. Persons are no longer seen as paramount value to be cared for and respected, especially when they are poor and disabled, not yet useful, like the unborn, or no longer needed, like the elderly. Let us admit that, for all the progress we have made, we are still illiterate when it comes to caring for the most vulnerable members of our developed society. We encounter the temptation to build a culture of walls, walls in the heart and walls on the land, in order to prevent an encounter with other cultures, with other people. Those who raise walls will end up as slaves within the very walls they have built. I cannot reduce my life to relationships with a small group, even my own family. Close groups and self-absorbed couples tend to be expressions of selfishness. And therefore, Pope Francis now gives us his dream. We need to develop the awareness that we are either all saved together or no one is saved. Let us dream as a single human family, as children of the same earth, which is our common home. Each of us brings the richness of his or her beliefs and convictions, each of us with his or her own voice, brothers and sisters all. What we call truth is not only the reporting of facts and events such as we find in the daily papers. It is primarily the search for the solid foundations sustaining our decisions and our laws. In a true spirit of dialogue, we grow in our ability to grasp the significance of what others say and do, even if we cannot accept it as our own conviction. To care for our common home, we need to think of ourselves more and more as a single family dwelling in a common home. A kind person is willing to set everything else aside in order to show interest, to give the gift of a smile, to speak a word of encouragement, to listen amid general indifference. We Christians are very much aware that if the music of the gospel ceases to resonate in our very being, we will lose the joy born of compassion, the tender love born of trust, the capacity for reconciliation that has its source in our knowledge that we have been forgiven and sent forth. The church is a home with open doors because she is a mother. We want to be a church that serves, that leaves home and goes forth from its places of worship, goes forth from its sacristies, in order to accompany life, to sustain hope, to be a sign of unity, to build bridges, to break down walls, to sow seeds of reconciliation. I ask God to anoint our whole being with the balm of His mercy, which heals the injuries caused by mistakes, misunderstandings and disputes. I ask Him for the grace to send us forth in humility and meekness along the demanding but enriching path of seeking peace. If I had to summarize the whole encyclical in just 3 words, it would be the realization that we are brothers, sisters all.